But guys, guess what? The time is now because the clock is 5 over 8. Guys, this guest is a big one. This is the big one because we have here live an illustrator of Lorcana cards. Hades looking for a deal. We have Lady Tremaine. We have Snow White. But most importantly, we have the one, the only, Javi Salas with us. Hello, Javi. How are you?
Hi guys, oh my god, I'm so happy to be here.
Everybody send lots of love to Javi Salas and give him a big applause. I'm so happy that you are here, my friend. I can't believe this.
Amazing, finally we made it.
Finally we made it. We have talked about it for so long. And now we are here. But
I'm very excited to see what you have in your hands for me. So,
are you ready?
yeah, show me your cards.
Are you? Well, it's a lot of cards. I can show you my collection sometimes because it's a lot of them. Guys, if you in the chat are ready, then let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this wonderful interview. First and foremost, Javi, I have to ask you, who are you? Tell us about yourself.
I'm Javi. Who I am? I'm a very creative person. I really enjoy being an artist. I think I consider myself so creative. I really live my life always looking small details in everything, nature's my surroundings. I enjoy food a lot.
Nice.
Enjoy my friendships, love life in general. So I feel like I am a very grateful person with life, kind of. And of course, I'm an artist since I was a kid, but I don't know if I could describe myself just an artist. It's a lot of things in the plate, but it's a big part. So, yeah.
If you could describe yourself with 3 words, which 3 words would that be?
3 words. Okay, I will say definitely kind, ambitious, and creative. I will say it's kind of like my 3 pillars. I don't know, since I was a kid, I always kind of my personality leaned towards being very kind and humble and generous, but also ambitious. I don't know, I just feel like always I have such big dreams and goals, or actually never treat them like dreams, I always see things in life okay, this is my goal and I'm gonna go for it. And I have reached almost all the things that I have having in my mind since I was a kid. So I think that is something more about mindset. And creative, I don't know, I'm just serving my food, and you know what, and I'm like, okay, I can do this composition here, I can take a picture. So I just live my life in a very creative way, with my clothes, with everything around me, the colors that I choose for, I don't know, I think that helps a lot my brain in terms about having a good harmony and balance. Otherwise I will get a bit stress. But yeah, I would say these 3 things are kind of a main pillars of my personality.
It's very funny that you took those 3 words, because when I wrote to you and asked if you wanted to come to an interview, because we have talked a little bit, and those 3 words are also the 3 words I would describe you, because you are very, very kind. You have been so kind, so respectful, and it's so nice to talk to you. Disney, Lorcana. You are very creative. Everything you post, I have watched all of your drawings, I've been to your website, watched your portfolio, everything like that. And you're very ambitious also. So I watch your adventures and everything. So I think you describe yourself perfectly with those 3 words, actually.
Thank you. I really appreciate. I don't know. I think that thanks to people like you, I'm really happy to meet you, and many people more really admire what we do. It's kind of what, I don't know, it gives us the fuel in life as an artist to keep creating, to keep evolving, to keep like pushing our own boundaries, to keep like kind of, I don't know, like just show what we like to do without feeling like this is a competition or I have to be the best. I don't know. I just try to, if I post something online or I just draw without show it to anyone, I kind of like have the mindset to, okay, this is just because give me a lot of joy. And then comes to the picture, people who genuinely like what we do, like you. And it's so nice. I'm so grateful to have such work like an artist, because to make people happy too, like they smile, and that gives you a lot of joy. It's like a super nice payback.
Because it's exactly as you said there, you are getting joy in illustrating and painting. And in that sense, you are giving me joy of watching all of these nice, I'm such a big Disney fan. So seeing your artwork and you trade, at these cards in this game I love so much, you're making me so happy when I get to see the new cards and seeing like Javi has made this card. Because the thing that interests me the most of you was that you're Swedish. You live in Sweden, my home country. And I didn't know that you were Swedish, but I followed you because I had followed you on Instagram and you started posting stuff. And I said, that is Sweden, because I recognized those houses and everything. And then I took the courage to write to him like, you're Swedish, right? And people told me, hey, yeah, he's Swedish. And I'm like, what? He's Swedish and he's illustrating Lorcana. Like, I have to talk to this guy. Like, this is amazing. Yeah? And I love your artwork also. So, of course. And I'm so happy that you are here, actually. But I want to take us little back in time, because as an artist, you must have gotten your inspiration from somewhere. And let's go back to the childhood. But can you pinpoint out, like, where did you get your creativeness from, like with the painting and everything like that? How was the childhood, designing in an early age? Tell us a little about that.
Okay, it's funny because actually I tried to go back in memories and like, okay, where I start, but I don't have like such a specific memory when, or if it was something that triggers that kind of spark inside of me to, okay, I want to be an artist. Also, I don't have like, even from my family, like any heritage as an artist. Like, I'm the only one. So it's super random. Like, I were born like with this kind of skills. And I don't know, I'm lucky in a way, but also the thing that I can remember the most is like when I was very little, I always was asking for pencils and paper. And okay, I have a memory, but not really thanks to that I was an artist. It's just like kind of one of my memories when I was very kid. I don't know, I was just sick or something. My mom was taking care of me. But always I was asking to feel better. Can I get pencils and paper? And that always had been like, since then, like that, like drawing and painting. It's always such a nice therapy. And same as when I was a kid, like you don't have such thoughts about like, okay, I'm going to be an artist when I'm an adult and I'm going to earn my life thanks to that. You just draw because you feel good with that. And I think I can remember, and that feeling is still till today like that. I'm just always like, if I'm with my girlfriend or we are traveling or eating dinner, I like to take like pencils and draw in napkins or whatever. I just need to find something to do with my hands because I get super restless, but it's just so cool. It's like breathing. It's like super nice. And I were born like this. So I don't know, to be honest, why, but I'm lucky in that way, actually. I like it that it's like that.
Amazing. One thing that takes me back, because since we are going to come into Lorcana in a little bit, but I want to stay here because since I'm guessing you're also a big fan of animated films, like a Disney films and stuff like that also. Can you remember like the first animated film that you saw that you just went like, it clicked? Like there is something there. I can't pinpoint out what it is, but that movie just talked to you for some reason.
Like Disney kind of movies or in general?
In general, actually. It doesn't have to be Disney, but it usually is Disney. Because we all grew up with the Disney films. But do you have a special animated movie that we were like, wow, that look at that?
To be honest, like, okay, there isn't. It's not a movie. It's a series.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, of course, I watched already like few. But when I discovered the Thundercats,
Oh,
I really like so much that series, and I really love just to imitate the characters and drawing them. So I think Thundercats and Dragon Ball mark my child very very bad. Also, like in South America, I think Dragon Ball was such a huge thing.
yeah.
I don't know how big was in Europe. I guess in the whole planet, but
It was big. It was big.
exactly. So, oh my God, that marks my life a lot. So I was like very much into like, I want to do that. I want to try. I never considered like working doing this kind of anime, but it changed my life a lot in terms about like how cool to do things like this and just make them feel alive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, with Disney, I think one of my first movies that really, really took my attention was Cinderella. I really like it a lot, but more like for the classic kind of feeling, like the 2D animation, the traditional. So all these kind of very classy movies. I mean, storytelling wise, probably they are not like so complex as today.
No,
but in terms about how they were made and the techniques.
There is something about those movies. You should say they don't make them like that anymore, because you know the animation of it is just like to believe that movie like Snow White and the Seven Dwarf, to understand that movie was made 1937 is unbelievable to me still to this day. And I usually say, when I talk favorite Disney film, usually that movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is usually on my top list, not because it's the best story, but like understand when they made that film and when it came, it must have been crazy to see something like that, because even to this day it is impressive to see, and it's just paper and pencils, everything.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
I think what I like the most is like, in general, also there's not so much thing that has changed at all in comparing to our generation. Mostly technology, of course, but at the end, we have the same essence. We need to draw the same things, and we need to do kind of similar processes.
Yeah.
So in that way, it's like either you have little or a lot of things in your hand to produce, like a movie. But at the end, the result is not too much up to your tools. It's mostly like creativity and the way that you present it. And those movies, oh my God, so beautiful. I really like that. So far, I really feel so inspired looking the backgrounds, how they were made. This watercolor, feeling, very cool.
Bambi, for example, is one of those movies where just the backgrounds are so amazing to look at. But it's funny how you talk about, you know, how everything's evolving, because the next question is about that. How has the business evolved over the last decade, years, if you say so? Because how much has it evolved with the help of, you know, we have new advanced technology tools that we have gotten in the later years, and how much if you take for an example AI, how much of a help or how much not of a help is it in the creation process?
Has changed a lot, and I have seen a lot the change in the industry since I started, of course. But I don't know, I would say like 20 years ago, of course, we didn't have many tools like today. I mean, I'm talking about, for example, I don't know, like if you want to study something like 25 years ago, you had to go to a school or a university, like where you can take a degree in art or a master degree in something related with art. Nowadays, I will say that you can just like literally buy a course from one of your favorite artists, like a super good course, and then you can with that just like learn, observe YouTube, for example. So nowadays it's like so different, the market and the industry, that is very fast growing kind of in terms about learning. And also the generation today is also very fast in terms of like growing. Their knowledge is incredibly like faster, like we had when we were 15, 20. It's very different. I don't know how to explain, but it's like this generation is very faster, like You see people with 22, with 20, with 19, so skilled, like super, super talented.
Yeah.
Back then, maybe also like we were in the rhythm of the industry, like people had to reach 40 to get in a very senior level. Nowadays, you see very mixed, like can be very seniors, very young too. So in that way, I think I really like technology because it's opened the doors for people to also learn, to evolve, to change careers. Also, if you don't want to do something else, you can just study or do something different. And AI, I think AI, of course, in many fields or industries is helpful. I don't know, like medicine, doing different things.
Yeah.
In terms about art, to be honest, I don't know. I don't think that is so useful in terms about creative process, because as an artist, I think you really like to take the pencil, do your own concept, your own ideas, and you really want to have the credit, like, okay, this comes from me. So even if you kind of can lie about it, if people say, yeah, this is mine, but it's not, I don't know, it's at the end inside of you that you know that it's not your skills or you couldn't make it properly. So in that way, I think people that is really a truly artist committed with their passion and career and work, probably they will never choose AI as a tool to create for them. Maybe there are some tools to create references and kind of like mood boards where you can just organize your ideas better. These kind of things I think that are really useful. But when it comes to draw and do your thing, I think the only way is do it by yourself. I mean, if you really are an artist and you really like what you do.
It's amazing.
So that's what I think.
Yeah. I totally agree with you with that, because I feel like AI in such a way, at least in a creative process, with it's a helpful tool, but it's a very easy tool because it doesn't teach us a lot. It just helps us on the easy way. It's much more, satisfying to watch a long process and watch like, I have made this without any help of anything. And that for me is much more impressive.
It's like I told you, it's like if drawing or painting gives you this kind of comfort in your mindset, like this kind of a state of mind where you are like meditate, like you feel happy and without thoughts, like you can get lost in your own head. If you use a tool that figures out everything in 10 minutes, you're going to miss that part.
Yeah.
So I think also we don't look too much for the result. I think as an artist, you always try to enjoy more the process. Because at the end, the results always, you are going to say, I could make it better. It could be worse, whatever. You are never like 100% satisfied with the result. Or you could like it, but then always, okay, next time I'm going to do this different or better. But the process is always so unique and very nice. And I think as an artist, the journey of the process is the best because it's where you learn, you discover a lot of things. And the result is okay, of course, it's the payoff, but then you just move to the next one. So I think it's more about the process, to be honest, more than the result.
But I think that goes for everything. Like for me, example, who plays the game Lorcana, it's such a process for thinking about 2 years ago where I was very new at the game. I didn't know anything. And watch now over the years how much you have improved and everything. Because I could just have bought, let's say, the best cards ever. And I would just have to be the best. But, to learn everything from the beginning to collecting every card, to learn everything about the cards. I mean, that's a process in itself. And it's so fun. When you love something, you really want to dedicate yourself to it. And I think it goes the same with everything like that.
Exactly. So it's like you have an AI tool that is going to move your hands or your cards. Yeah. What is the point?
What is the point? But let's stick around on TCG because somewhere the interest around TCG have to have begun somewhere for you. Because do you have a specific memory of the first time you maybe held a TCG card, you played a video game for the first time, or a board game for the first time?
To be honest, people is gonna hate me, but I was not a child too much into games because I was a lot outside. Like I was doing a lot of sports like BMX, football, volleyball, like a lot of activities. Of course, I was always interested in video games. And but not like super big gamer. But I think when in my late teens, when I became like very serious about my art, is where I start to discover and more get into video games and board games. I was not, to be honest, like I'm super into board games, but I like to admire the art of board games and TCGs too. So I think my first experience with TCG, of course, I think was Pokemon cards back then. And I find them very interesting, to be honest. I I was not super appealed with the style back then, but I was like, okay, imagine if you can do that. What could you do? A lot of things. You can create a product where you can just sell it, people open it. And then slowly, when I start to work more in the industry as a visual development artist, doing concept for different small games or other things in my career, I get into a lot the processes of the video games and the board games. I did some board games years back, but never tried to play them, to be honest. So I think I could never find like a timing, or I never had the environment around me to get super much into the games. But I don't know, time change. I feel like nowadays in this stage in my life, I really would like to get a lot more into some board games, video games too. So let's see. But I always try to admire. Like if you see behind me, like it's the same with the art books. I have a lot of books. But in general, sometimes I don't even read too much the text. Like my brain goes directly to the first impression, which is the graphic images, and I just consume, look the reference that I need. Sometimes happen like I see the book 100 times and then I never even read this page, never. So I try. I think that is mostly my brain that just focus into the graphic stuff more than the content itself. But I'm trying to have a balance now to enjoy both also.
Yeah, I'm looking behind you there and see all of the nice artwork you have back there on the shelf. We see Nick Wilder and Judy Hopps, and of course, the wonderful picture of Chihiro there from Spirited Away, probably my favorite animated movie of all time, which is Spirited Away of Hayao Miyazaki. If you have not seen that movie, guys, you have missed something. A masterpiece. A masterpiece. Hayao Miyazaki, the master.
Yeah, I think Studio Gilby was a very huge inspiration. Also, I think even if it's not like portrayed in my own style, Gilby, but you just need to watch a movie and then you get that spark inside. Like I want to go and draw, like I want to sit in my computer and do something.
It's
I don't know how to explain it, but it's like something inside that takes over. And
I usually say A Spirited Away. When people ask me about, I say, and excuse my language, it's so good it makes me effing angry because I'm jealous of it. I want to come up with something like that. I wanted to come up with those drawings and everything because it's so geniusly done that you get upset. Like, how come I have not think about that? Because it's so geniusly done and portrayed and everything, the message. So yeah, I totally understand. You get inspired when you watch those movies. You really want to go out and be creative.
Yeah, Spirited Away is so beautiful movie. It's really nice.
It's
I really
beautiful.
like it. Yeah.
But let's get into the big thing, because you are right now, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you are a car designer and an illustrator for Ravensburger and Disney Lorcana, because you are painting cars for them. Tell us, how did you come to work there or for them? How was that process made?
Okay, to be honest, like I never kind of like in my career, I've been lucky or not. I don't know how to put it. Let's say I always had the luck to say, if I say like this, to never like send portfolios or apply to anything. To be honest, like has been always mostly like the clients come to me or they write to me, and in this case was the same. Like I was very lucky that. When Lorcana was about to start, I got an email and get in contact with them. They found me. I think it was thanks to social media. And that's it. It was like that. I was like, okay, I didn't know too much about the project, or I didn't expect that was going to be so big,
Okay.
Which was very nice because when we started to work in set one and then came out finally the global release, I didn't expect that. To be honest, I was like, oh my god, this is huge.
Yeah.
And it was so nice because also it was very different to where I was doing in terms about my own style and stuff like this, which I'm very versatile. Like I really enjoy painting different styles. I can do from realism and I don't know, I can do a lot. But like as an artist, it's also like different personality. It's changing through time, and different stages in your life also marks the styles that you are enjoying. And nowadays, I really like my colors and my cartoony style, and it matched perfectly when I started with Lorcana. So I think it was a good, fresh new start in my career doing this with them. I needed something like this, something new, something fresh, colorful, and what better than with Disney as a brand. So it was really nice. I didn't expect it. So,
but did they tell you like the first meeting you had with them? They said we are gonna make a new TCG game of Disney. Was that the first words they used, or were there still a little bit of a secret what it was, or did you get to know straight away like this is gonna be a new game?
No, I don't think that was a secret. I don't remember the mail properly, to be honest. But of course, I had meetings, and I guess we knew that was going to be a TCG. But as I said, I didn't have too much experience in TCG, so I was like, okay. And also, the expectations, and because also it's kind of the first TCG official from using Disney as a brand. And so it was already, I think back then, one of my not dreams, but one of my goals was always like to work for Magic. And I tried also with my style back then to kind of match or try. I don't know. I consider always like that would be cool to do like a card for Magic, but for some reason never happened. Then came Disney, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of similar. This can work. And I'm super grateful that was with Disney because I think it has been such a nice journey, like very nice working with them. I have been learning so much every set. I've been growing a lot as an artist. And
because could you, in your wildest imagination, could you imagine that Lorcana would grow to be this big as it is today? Because first chapter came down like a bomb, and it sold out so quick. And now we are up to, set 11 is going to be releasing next Friday. And it's been 2 years almost. And, you have made so amazing many cards, but you couldn't imagine that it was going to be this big. You're going to be traveling around the world to different, Ravensburg tournaments, and, people coming up, giving your autographs around, signing their cards and everything. How is that feeling when someone comes up to you with a card that you have made and they're like, can you sign this, please? Can you paint something on it? Like, is it a satisfaction?
Actually, I remember, this is so funny memory, but I remember my first event that I got invited, like singing session, and that was in the UK, I think. And then I went there, and I was like, okay, I didn't expect more than 20 persons, to be honest. I was like, I don't know, maybe it's not gonna come too much people. Who is gonna know about me? And oh my god, that was crazy. That was so cool. So many people came, and that was kind of my first experience, like with the players and with the fans face to face. Like, hey, I really like what you do. Can you sign this for me? Can I take a picture with you? I was like, really? Oh my god, this is like a dystopian world for me. Super weird feeling. Of course, very grateful, and I'm super happy. And I think I get a lot of energy from the fans. It makes me so happy, and I really like to make people sing, and I like to listen to them, and like I'm so grateful because thanks to them, of course, it's like my work can be out there and be like this. I'm very grateful for that. But after that, it just exploded, and then I start to go to different countries. So I've been everywhere in 2 years, a lot of different countries doing the same. Including China, things like this. And I'm like, I never imagined in my life that I was going to have this kind of lifestyle thanks to this game. And I think that beyond the game or beyond the cards itself, I think it's just like the culture that grew up with Disney or the new generations too. you create that bond with them.
Yeah.
And people, you trigger like memories, or like some people also like, it's not like just they like movies, it's also like people has attached to that like a lot of personal experience. Some of them are very happy, some of them can be a bit sad, or I don't know, it's such a broad kind of I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like a lot, like especially when I go to the US, I will say like there you live fully how they live the culture in terms about Disney is like huge, and you understand, okay, that's why people really like it, and that is so cool that you can be part of that. And I have been having a lot of experience with players or fans like in different countries where, I don't know, people can cry, people can hug you, people can say like, this means a lot to me, like really, it's like still never stop surprising you, like you can make someone happy. Like
because I don't think you guys, especially artists, don't understand what this means to us Disney fans. But we know these characters in and out, but get to see them in a different light that you have different life that you have painted. Like seeing Hades, I mean, it's very cool, but seeing him in such many different ways, it wakes so many memories for us, and we're so grateful that you are doing this. Really, you should know just how appreciated we are as fans to be having you like painting these wonderful cards and making us relive those characters that we loved so much growing up with, and also seeing them in a new different style. Like, whoa, that's so cool! Like it looks like that now. Yeah. Like to see Goofy, like less Super Goo, for example, or seeing Lady Tremaine as this almost like a grand villain. She was already a grand villain, but seeing that enchanted card with her just even bigger, you're like, oh, like the nostalgia of it. So I just want to say thank you so much for the work you're doing, and all of you wonderful illustrator behind Lorcana. You're doing an amazing work for all of us fans.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for your words. Of course, it's like, that's the cool part. Like, okay, you have a memory. Like there are movies like, let's say Lady Tremaine, she's not like in many movies. She's not like, not too many scenes. So it's very little kind of the amount of information that you can get from that character.
Exactly.
And I like that, like we extract that and then we just expand the universe of that character in many ways.
Yeah.
So it's so cool. In that way, it's very cool. And it stops to be kind of, for me, like the classic traditional Disney, and it's like we expand the universe into a cool way where it's a bit more modern, very creative. Yeah, I mean, as you say, for the fans, it's like, wow, probably Disney will never release a new movie with that character, and then we can do it a few times with new custom design, with new poses in a different universe. That's kind of like extra information for you, like you never expect that will happen. So that's very cool. And as you say, of course, when we are creating cards, I try to think, especially after many travels meeting fans, I try to think always like, okay, what the fans will think with this kind of card. Will they like it? So it's also like now in print here, like you are doing it for the people too. Of course, you try to enjoy the process, but at the end, it's you guys who are going to enjoy the most.
Yeah.
So that's cool to have it in mind then.
Tell for us a normal day in the life of an illustrator. What does a normal, ordinary work day look like?
Oh my God, my day is crazy. Okay, so I wake up very early. I cannot sleep too long. Like I wake up, let's say 7:30. You want a step by step? Are you sure?
Yeah, step by step. Let us hear.
Okay, so I wake up 7:30. The first thing that I do in the morning, I like to do meditation. So I always take like 15 minutes. I just do a quick meditation. I think I found meditation and running like very, very nice way to have my body in balance, especially when I have a lot of work. I don't know, make my brain in such a nice harmony. Of course, in winter, it's a bit boring to run outside for me, or very risky with the snow and everything.
Yeah.
But I do instead, okay, a meditation, 15 minutes, then call my girlfriend, get happy, and then have breakfast, then going to work, and just draw. I'm very kind of Swedish in that way. Lunch 12.
Lunch 12.
Lunch 12.
Swedish fika? Does that come in? Swedish fika, of course.
It has to be.
Has to. It's in the Swedish law that you have to have Swedish fika. You have to have your coffee and a cinnamon roll. Otherwise, the day is not going to work.
Yes. And then, so lunch always at 12, then go back to work. But I discovered, like, during my day, for me, it doesn't work too much to stay 9, 8, 10 hours drawing in terms of how to be productive. I found, like, if I could draw, like, very focused 6 hours, I do more than what I would do in 8, 9. So that's why in some kind of blocks of the day, like let's say after 3 p.m., I stop, I go to the gym, I work out, I take 2-3 hours, then I do dinner, very Swedish at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and then go back to drawing. So even if I don't have anything to do, I think that I always go back to drawing something for myself, doodling, doing something not related with work. And it's part of my day that. So that makes me very happy, actually. So some people usually ask me, but you have finally free time while you are drawing again. I'm like, but this is my free time. So I think that is the way that I really like to spend it. But of course, now I have a better balance. So I don't try to be so much on the computer. So either, I don't know, going outside to eat something, having a little bit of social life. I love museums. I love, as I say, like outdoors. Like I love photography too. Like my camera, I like to take pictures everywhere, which is also related with kind of, I observe a lot my surroundings. So I take pictures about everything. I'm very annoying. I'm like this ounce with the phone all the time. My girlfriend must be tired of it.
Because I think like when you are creative, like for us who are very creative and like doing stuff, we like to do Instagram posts, and I for myself, I love singing very much, like musicals. I think because, as you said there, observation. When people are creative enough, they observe very much. They go out, they try to get their inspiration from somewhere, and that is to observate, observate the society, go to a museum, go and eat something, because that relaxes the brain very much. And I can imagine that you can sit there and eat something and just, bing, you get an idea, like, okay, now I have the idea, like I want to test that out for tomorrow, exactly. Am I right there?
Yeah. Do you want to know something funny? Like, for me, like when I go out, for example, it happens I cannot like have like a specific timeline when it's going to happen. But when it happens, I get like this feeling in my hands, like super tinglish, like I want to go right now and take a paper. Yeah. And I know that something cool is going to happen. And that is triggered by images. It could be my surroundings. If I'm in a restaurant, for example, which the interiors are very cool, instantly my brain goes like, boom, observation mode. I stare a lot, like people's outfits. I stare a lot, surroundings. I love ceilings. I love doors. I love windows. So it's such a weird feeling, but the hands are like, okay, now I need to draw. I really need to go home and draw. So that's why I always carry with me something. I don't show so often the sketchbooks. I should actually post a little bit more my messy sketchbooks. But
I want to see. I want to see it all. I want to see it all.
Next time. I have a lot. Yeah. So, but yeah, this is kind of my day. And then through the years, I learned, like, also, of course, I was this kind of cringe artist lifestyle where I didn't sleep anything and I was just very bohemic. But I don't know, after my 30s, I think I appreciate a lot kind of sleep properly to have a nice routine. So I try to go to bed not so late. Maximum, I don't know, 11:30, 12.
Yeah.
So I like to go to bed not so late, and I rather to wake up early and have more like a long day in that way. And yeah, but I don't know, sometimes I'm in the mood, okay, I'm gonna have a glass of wine and I'm gonna draw till 2 a.m. But it's not anymore so often.
Yeah.
But yeah, but in general, since I wake up, it's mostly like drawing, 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 drawing.
Drawing and drawing. But you get to do something that you love. And when you get to do something that you love, it comes by itself,
Dude, seriously, that's the best. I think when you work in something that you really love, that you are very passionate about, I think that's the best feeling in the world. And you don't focus anymore in terms about like how stressful it can be. Of course, you face challenges, but you are just so genuinely happy for doing what you like. And the rest is gonna just always be moving itself without any kind of effort around you, because you are just so happy that you kind of like open this source of good energy around you because you get to do what you like. And I know for some people the stories are different around the world. Not everything is easy for everybody, but I always try to encourage people, like, if you really like something, the best thing that you can do in life is try to do it, because otherwise it's like, I don't know, at least for me, I will be so sad if I cannot draw. I will be super sad or not myself anymore if I get to work in something different. So yeah, I try to fight all my life to get into that kind of life where I could just draw, because that makes me super happy.
Let's see, because you have actually answered this question, and I think we're going to take this one a little bit later, because I know we have a question like this coming in from one of the audience. But if people can't get enough of your wonderful artwork, especially in the Lorcana, where can they go to discover more of your amazing work? And how do they follow you?
Okay, guys, go to Instagram, please. Push the button, follow Javi.
Do it, guys. Do it. Now.
Let me see if I have in my Instagram. I don't remember. I have... I used to have... Okay, I'm going to update it just for you guys. When the interview is done, you can go to my profile. I have an arrestation, but to be honest, nowadays, I don't use too much other social media to portray my artwork. So usually it's mostly Instagram, because I get super overwhelmed with notifications or with a lot of things around. So actually, I will say Instagram is kind of the thing that I have a little bit more up to date, and I share in the stories a little bit more also of my kind of art life. But yeah, I have usually ArtStation, so you just can Google Javi Salas ArtStation, you will find the link easily, and then follow me on Instagram. I really put a lot of stuff there.
Follow Javi on Instagram, guys. I do. And he posts the most amazing things there. And you can follow, his ordinary, life there and everything. It's so funny to follow your adventure, like, every day. I try to like and share everything that you do, because I'm such a big fan. But also... But what is in the future for Javi? Can you give us maybe some spoilers for upcoming, adventures that you're heading into? Not any spoilers about upcoming set. And I can say that also, guys, if you have any questions for Javi, no questions about, any upcoming sets or anything like that, because Javi is not allowed to answer that. But can you give us like little spoilers? What is going to happen? Do you have any adventure plans or anything like that?
Like, you mean personally or like in job-wise?
Yeah, anything. Just tell us.
Oh man, life is gonna change a lot for me.
Wow.
In a nice way. Wow. In a very nice way. But I'm very grateful. So I cannot give spoilers about that. But I'm very happy about that. Also, I don't know, I want to learn new tools and new ways to reflect my art also. So I have an idea this year. I start a little bit to learn. I want to learn to do, I don't know, tattoos. I think that is very interesting.
Then you're going to have to do a tattoo on me, because I love tattoos.
I want to learn another language. I want to learn cooking more, like, I don't know, different kind of cook. I want to do so many things related with creativity, but that doesn't have to be like okay, I'm gonna work with that. I'm gonna earn money with that. Like sometimes you just need to do a little bit of different things also to spark your creativity when you are gonna draw. So these kind of different activities, I think, are gonna help me a lot to polish new ideas, to see my illustrations in a different way, the contact with different textures, with different kind of medias, like as I say, either if it's tattoo or cooking, it's such a different way to express your art or yourself too. Like it's very different and it's very nice. So I want to learn this year few new things that probably I'm gonna do it. What is coming more this year? Amazing travels are coming.
And remember, guys, if you want to see this, follow Javi on Instagram. It's just easy as that. Just click the follow button.
And something that I can say that I tried to do last year, but sadly I couldn't because lack of time and life goes, But this year I really want to put things together because I'm working on my own art book.
Oh.
And I have a lot of doodles. So I've been trying collecting a lot of work through the years and I want to put it together. And let's see, my goal is this year finally make it because I really want to make it and make some copies. And that's what I want to focus also this year. So let's see. But so far, so good. And yeah, I don't know what to say more. I think so far that.
I think that is amazing, actually. And with that, my questions are till an end. But right now, we are going to play some games, actually, if you're ready for this, Javi. Because you don't know anything about this, but I have some games for you here. So we are going to stop with, this is the top 5 Disney movie that needs a remake list. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to give you a movie. And you're going to put it somewhere on the top 5 list. But you cannot change your answer afterwards. So these are movies, Disney animated movies that have not gotten a remake yet. So we say number 1 is the movie that you want to see. That is the movie that needs the remake. And you have to rank it after that. So I'm going to give you a movie and you're going to place it somewhere on the top 5, but you cannot change the answer.
Okay, wait. So you are going to say...
I have 5 movies here for you. And I'm going to say them in no particular order. And then you're just going to place them out where, like, number 1 for you, that is, in your opinion, that movie should be remade now because there are so many possibilities, remaking that movie, etc., etc.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So all of these are Disney animated classic feature film. And we have the first movie, and that is Atlantis, The Lost Empire.
Okay.
So where on the top 5 list would that go for you?
Atlantis. Oh, Atlantis is so beautiful.
It's a beautiful movie. And let's say that this is we should take this as a remake, like a live action. We see this as live action. These animated movies are going to be made to live action films as a remake. Where would you put that?
Oh no, if it's a live action, I would say 5.
A 5 on Atlantis. Why? Why just number 5 on that one?
I don't know. I'm not so much fun into live action remakes. I think so.
If it would have been a remake just then, like we just remake the movie, but with new animation for like that. Maybe you can change something with the story. Maybe you can change something with the characters, etc., etc.
I mean, in that way, I would put it kind of like 3. I think the movie itself is wonderful. Doesn't need to be remake.
No.
Some movies are like perfect as they are.
Yeah.
And I like a lot the character design is like very nice, like flawless. And the kind of 2D classic animation style is there. If you do it new, I mean, maybe if they nail it kind of very similar style, I would like that. But of course, I have to think in the new generations if they would like to see something really new, but it's going to change the connection with the movie for all of us. So that will be completely something new. So I don't know. I will say if it's live action, no way, 5.
5 on that one.
The same style, maybe 3.
Okay, so let's keep it in the same style then. So we have that one on number 3. So all of these movies are going to be remade, but with animated style then. So we have Atlantis at number 3. The second movie is Treasure Planet.
Oh, Treasure Planet, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet. Well, actually, that one I would like to see something new. Maybe that would be cool to expand the universe. Let's put it in 2.
Let's put it in 2, yeah. Treasure Planet is a great animated movie. I think it has, recently, got a cult following and everything like that. Like the song "I'm Still Here," one of the best Disney songs ever written. It's amazing.
Really?
Both in English and Swedish, they're fantastic. And of course, the whole, with the John Silver and with Jim Hawkins, just that bond together with them. It's so beautiful.
It's so nice. It's super nice.
So I agree with you on that. Number 2. It can be better though. Can be better.
We need to hire the best artist then.
Yeah. Especially for that one. Number 3 is The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, such a classic.
Yeah.
Great Mouse Detective.
One of the most underrated Disney film in my opinion. One wonderful film.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in 4.
Number 4, yeah. Some particular reason why it's number 4?
It can wait a little bit. I would like to see the other ones first.
Yeah. Number 4 is The Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron. I will say Black Cauldron. It was not too much, my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just personal. I think it's great. It looks cool. Maybe it will be nice to do something, but I will give importance to the other one. So this one can be 5 for me.
Can be 5. So we have Atlantis at number 3. We have Treasure Planet at number 2. Great Mouse Detective at number 4. Black Cauldron at number 5. So we only have the number 1 spot left. And that spot is going to go to the movie Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, shit. I love that one. I mean, it's one of my favorites.
Probably the darkest of them all that they have made is Hunchback.
Dude, but the music, the art.
The music. Goodness gracious, that music. Probably, in my opinion, the greatest Disney score that's ever been composed is Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Actually, I have a super nice memory. Like, I haven't watched the movie for so many years. Like, of course, few scenes, YouTube or books, but not like the full movie. And last year with my girlfriend, we watched it again in Switzerland with nice wine and cheese. I was like, oh my God, this movie is insane. Never. It's a classic. It's like so beautiful, so well done. And it's so dark. I realized how dark it is, the story.
It's
you find so much hidden messages all the time.
Yeah. I don't really think that movie, if it would be made today, I think when that movie was made, it was a very different take from Disney, and that they even had a thought of doing Hunchback, which in itself is based upon a book by Victor Hugo, a very dark book, a very dark book indeed. So that they actually made that into a Disney film is like, whoa, that is crazy. But I agree.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. I think that it will be not the same movie.
No,
if they want to do it nowadays, like it's so different. But I like it. We were lucky that they did it back then.
We were lucky, and I can recommend everyone. Captain Candyfloss says also all amazing movies. They are. Every one of these movies are amazing. There are classics, every one of them. But I would agree with you. Hunchback is the movie, is that one that could be remade. If it would be a live action, I would really want to see Hunchback get made into live action. That would be very cool with the musical, because there is a musical also with it. I have not seen it, but I heard it's very good.
I never seen it also. It must be very cool.
You should listen to the soundtrack on Spotify, the Hunchback musical. It's some new songs and everything, written also by the one who did the original score. So amazing.
Really?
Yeah. Sarah also sneaking in there and saying hi. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. We're having an interview here with Javi Salas, illustrator for Lorcana at Ravensburger. So happy that you are here. But that was the top 5 Disney movies that needs a remake list. Now we're going to go over to 10 quick questions. So I'm just going to say something. You're just going to answer. Number 1, Dota or League of Legends?
League of Legends.
League of Legends. Anime or manga?
Anime.
Sprite or 7-Up?
Oh. Sprite.
Sprite. Movies or TV series?
Oh, so difficult. Okay, TV series.
TV series. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
AI or no AI?
No, AI.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Favorite drink?
Favorite drink?
Yeah.
Cola Zero.
Cola Zero. Winter or summer?
Oh, summer.
Tattoos or no tattoos? There's the answer. Easy as that. That's 10 quick questions. We have the last game. Speak when you hear a better Disney villain than Scar. So I'm just going to babble up a lot of Disney villain, and when you hear a Disney villain that is better than Scar, you said, that's the one. Okay?
Okay.
The evil queen from Snow White.
Continue.
Madame Medusa.
Continue.
Clayton.
Continue.
Rourke.
Continue.
John Silver.
Continue.
Mother Gothel.
How many do you have more in the list?
I don't know.
Okay, let's risk it. Continue.
Continue. Magic at the Spell.
Continue.
Chernabog.
Continue.
Hades.
Yes.
That we have him. There we have him. Hades.
Such a diva. I love his way to speak and move on. The design is so pretty.
Yeah.
Scar, of course, is awesome. It's very awesome.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear the next ones? There were 4 left. We had Frollo.
Okay.
We had Ursula.
Oof, that also is. She will be very. Yeah, Ursula also is very, very nice. I really like Ursula.
We have the Horn King. And the last one, Maleficent.
Okay, but she has been always my top one, to be honest. I really like Maleficent, but I want to share now with Hades the top one. So.
I would agree with you. I think a lot of people would have said Hades. He is probably a lot of people's favorite. I would go for Frollo. He is, in my opinion, the greatest Disney villain ever created. But cool. I think Hades would be. Bazooka Bente says Cruella is pure evil. Cruella de Vil is pure evil, especially if you love dogs, which I do. I love dogs, so yeah. And with that, all of the games are ended, and now we have, I think, the most interesting things left, and that is questions from the audience. Guys, if you have any questions from Javi, you are more than welcome to ask them. I have gotten a lot of questions for you, Javi. This is a record. It's a lot of questions here. So, guys, if I'm not going to be reading out your question, I'm so sorry because of that, because there is a lot here, but write out your questions in the chat also. But no asking about, future things in Lorcana, future sets or anything like that, because Javi is not allowed to answer that. And also, Javi, if you feel like I cannot answer that, just say it.
Okay.
And in Lorcana, how many cards have you drawn?
And the app says 18 cards.
18 cards. Do you sign up for a number of cards to make each year for Ravensburger, or do they just call you when they want you to make a card for them?
No, we just get a call for the cards that they think will suit, like kind of match our style, and then you say yes or not depending on your availability. Okay. So it's very up to the artist.
What is your favorite card?
That I have been like I have done?
I think just in general, what is your favorite card? But we can say, what is your favorite card that you have drawn?
Oh, from my own cards.
From your own cards, yeah.
Okay, I would say in terms about complexity and design, I really like a lot my Grandmother Fa, because it was such a challenge and it's so much things going on in the card itself. It has a lot of elements, and I learn a lot in the creative process. I have a great art director. It was very cool. Challenging, yes. I like it a lot. But the most that have kind of like mark my memories, and I really like is the Maleficent Enchanted, because that card also was based into a super nice brief, and it was very like painterly style, very like taking inspiration from Caravaggio, like these masters, painters. That is so me. That was so me. That was card. Okay, I need to do this card. So that one, in terms about the whole process, I enjoy so much. So I would say these two cards are one of my favorites.
I actually have a follow-up question with that, because enchanted cards, that's a different type of style. How does it work when you you're going to be painting an enchanted card? Do they say that you are going to be painting the enchanted version of this card? Because you did, for example, the Hades Looking for a Deal from Whispers in the Well, but you have not drawn the the iconic version of him. No. How does that work and that process in itself?
I think of course, ahead which card are you gonna do, and then of course, eventually if it's regular or enchanted or legendary. So in that way, if it's an enchanted, that they are very different from the other cards in the set. So you will get eventually a different direction from that, and you have to match kind of their guidelines that they have for every set. So it's very interesting. It's very cool because it's very different looking to the other ones, and it's very nice. I mean, I really like what the team does, because also we just kind of know what we do as an artist, but behind us also is like a piles and tons of work from the whole team in terms about many things. But of course, it's impossible to show everything. But we create, and we got a lot of help from the whole team.
Because in terms of that working process, which card is made first? Is it the iconic card or is it the legendary card itself?
No idea. No idea. I really don't know. Okay. You just get your task and you just do it. Okay. You don't know anything else, and you just have communication with your art director, and that's it.
Which is your favorite card that you have not yourself drawn?
That I have not drawn.
Yes.
That I would like to draw.
The favorite card that you not have drawn, like someone else's card, for example.
Okay. Oh, I really like this card from John Lauren, the Winnie the Pooh. It's beautiful. I mean, it's so beautiful. I love his work. I mean, he's a great man, very kind and super talented. That card is gorgeous. It's so much beautiful colors and details. I love his style too. So I think there are many cards. It's difficult to just point one, to be honest. All my friends have done very pretty cards, but the one that stands the more for me, this John Lauren card, the Winnie the Pooh, the wizard, is super pretty.
The Honey Wizard. I can agree with you. That enchanted version of it that came out in Fable was amazing. Do you have your own cards at home that you have painted?
Yeah, I have some. I have some in different languages too.
Okay.
I have Chinese, Japanese, French, English. So, of course, some fans also send me home cards as a present. But I have also my packs there. I don't open them, to be honest. I like to collect them without open. I don't play at all. I was learning in Richmond though, so it was nice sitting with the guys and playing a little bit, which was cool. But yeah, I have some cards. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
But yeah. Also, sometimes I go to the internet and I try to buy specific cards that I want to have.
Do you receive cards from Ravensburg when you have made them, or do you have to buy them on your own like that?
Oh, they gave us always a box.
Okay. Who is your idol in the world of drawing, illustrating? Do you have an idol, someone you look up to very much?
Oh, man. I have a lot, but I will say one of my favorite artists that is living from our generation that I really love his graphic novels is called Jordi Lafebre.
Okay.
French, Spanish illustrator, master, so beautiful, so insanely beautiful. So I have a lot of books from him, but I have a lot of different artists that I really like, and also master painters like Sorolla, Monet, things like that. I really very nerd into that kind of thing. I dig a lot into art history.
What is your dream character to draw for Lorcana?
Oh, that question. It changed time to time, but I would say I would love to do a card either with Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, since I was a kid, I love Toy Story so much. Yeah. And I think that Woody is so cute. And I don't know, I relate with him so much when I was a kid. So I would like to do Woody someday, or Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
If you could bring in a Disney TV series into the world of Lorcana, which one would that be?
Disney TV series? Ooh. No idea.
No idea.
I don't have anything in mind yet. Sorry.
No. Of course. I am interested in becoming an artist myself and create TCG cards. Where do I start?
Oh, good question. Who do I start? So, but can you ask the person like if they have a background in art, or is like really literally from scratch, or
from scratch? Like they have an interest in it, and they just want. Oh, there the mic. So they just want to begin like from scratch. They love to draw and everything, but they like to evolve.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say if you have like good skills like drawing, like you consider yourself good enough to create characters, or at least to imitate them. If you have good skills drawing, if you can draw digitally, I would say, as I say now, like go to Pattern or like buy courses. And I don't know, I will just encourage you to create your own board game, because sometimes we spend too much time waiting till a client will discover us and hire us. And I will think like, especially with social media, the best that you can do is put yourself out there and just draw. So if you have an idea, I think that would be super cool if you just copy kind of like the layout of a card and just do by yourself some illustrations and put them in Instagram or wherever you want to have your portfolio. And I'm sure someone is going to see you if you are good enough and matching the style of TCG games. So don't be shy. Just put out there what you can do.
Yeah.
But very, very difficult question to answer without know the person or how is his skills, just like in general.
Exactly. But would you recommend to go to an artist school, for example, anything like that?
No, as I said, I think there are many schools nowadays. Like there are many schools online where you find like master classes, workshops with different artists every month. So I will say catch an artist that you really like the style, buy the workshop and analyze how people work. At the end, it's kind of the same. It's just different ways to get to the result, That is so easy nowadays. So just buy a course, I will say, and then practice a lot. Just drawing. I think with drawing in general, it's mostly just practice and do it. There's no science on that. You draw and that's it. And it's gonna come, the rest.
Yeah. Have you created other cards from another TCG game? Nope.
Not that I recall.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I would like to. I think there are a few franchises that are very interesting. So let's see in the future what could happen. But I really like the idea. I think that is, in general, TCG games nowadays, I kind of enjoy them a little bit more than video games itself, because I think TCG games offer you like a lot of freedom, like in terms about the style. And you see nowadays like super sick art, like really talented people doing TCG games. I don't know, there are a few ones from Marvel Snap or Magic or whatever.
We have Riftbound, we have
there are so many.
League of Legends, Dragon Ball, and Pokemon. There are so many of them.
Yeah, actually, when I was in Japan last year, I didn't know there were too many, and I found the Dragon Ball ones, the TCG that they have there. and I was like, wow, so amazing, super beautiful. So there are so many, and I think that is a super nice industry to dig in. And as an illustrator, because it's cool. I mean, it's fun. It's nice to see printed your artwork somewhere, and because also it's so global, you will have your artwork in many countries, and it's cool to see it. And also, you get the chance to sign it for people. And as I said, it's kind of more like, I don't know, like rewarding in terms about the process, because it's so much freedom. Of course, you have to follow certain guidelines, but it's a lot of freedom, and you get to express yourself also. Many times the artists put a lot their own style there, which is amazing. So in that way, I think TCG games are cool. I like it a lot, a bit more than the video games.
How is it when you go like to Japan? Because TCG is so big in Japan, for example. How is it when you go there and just, do you take inspiration from them? Have you met artists there, players, if they tell you anything like that or something?
It was so funny. Like I was gonna go for an art convention in Japan, but we had with a art Lorcana fellow also that she was with me there. We had a few days in Tokyo, and then it's so overwhelming. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. So much art, very overwhelming.
Yeah.
But definitely, I mean, especially because also my formation as a graphic designer, I dig into a lot, like logo designs, like compositions with different kind of typographies. All this stuff, I really like it. And I try to always put in my doodles in the pages that I build up, like, even though they are messy, they have certain purpose, like I like to put typographies, different colors and everything, but it's because as a graphic designer, I always like these kind of compositions. And when I went to the Japan, I realized how cool the advertising is there. So cool, so simple and amazing colors, and very different to the other countries, so different. And yeah, and then I was in a store watching comics. I remember I just met randomly in the elevator. I remember this is a funny experience. And I was in the elevator. We were gonna go out to eat something, and there were two persons, and they were like, "Oh, Javi, do you remember me? You signed my cards in France. Can I have a picture with you?" I was like, "What?" And they were kind of fans, and in the same elevator as me. I was like, "What?" That was super funny. And I was like,
"You're a rock star there. You're famous."
That was so crazy. I was like, "Really, in Tokyo?" Okay.
Wow,
cool.
that is amazing.
So it was back then, and like I was in an event in France and in Paris, and I think they came by to my table. But you don't remember too much faces when it's so big events.
Yeah.
And I think it was like that. And I didn't remember her, sorry. But she was so cute. And then we took a picture. But it was a cool experience.
You talked a little bit about comics. Are you a fan of comic books?
I like them. As I say, I really read the comics sometimes. But I really like the compositions. I take a lot of inspiration from my doodles from comics, especially graphic novels nowadays. I really like graphic novels.
You haven't like a special favorite? Sin City, for example, there is Kick-Ass and anything like that.
Actually, I have this one. Let me show you.
Let's see.
Yeah, I really like Mike Mignola.
Hellboy there, Hellboy in Hell. Very good graphic novel, Hellboy.
Super nice style, so flat, so simple, very, very, very beautiful compositions. So those kind of things, of course, those books are like so big.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just go there and I check compositions, colors, how they figure out the scenes, and I take a lot of inspiration from there. So it's a really good thing to.
So do you go to graphic novels to find inspiration for your own work, for example?
A lot. Yeah, I really like a lot because sometimes, like, that's why also it's important to observe. The more that you observe your surroundings, how people behave, how they walk, or like you go to interesting places, how everything is placed, you will get like instantly more, like your mental library expand more and more every time. So when you have for example, a Lorcana card that you have to do. Something related, for example, with a scene in a room. You are never going to be anymore just come up with a sketch in a very flat, simple kind of composition. Your brain is going to fire up these kind of images. Oh, but I remember it was, I don't know, a year ago or last week having dinner in this place, which is very similar. And I don't know, your brain, you just have to fit your brain with information. So that's why it's important to just, even if you just see them super quickly, the books, don't need to read them and then go back later. The more that you see, the better that your brain is gonna like come up later with new, fresh ideas. So for me, it really works a lot to just observe, like a junkie in information, you know.
But if like you're watching an anime, let's say you watch a Disney movie, for example, do you sometimes pause the movie like, oh, here we have a scene, I need to pause the movie there, and like you feel the inspiration there? For example, you look at these big, nice pictures, and do you find yourself sometimes pausing a movie and be like, okay, I draw inspiration from this right now?
A lot. I do it a lot. Yeah. It's very, very common. Very common.
Yeah. In Lorcana, we have items, we have actions, we have locations, and we have characters. Which of those four are like the best thing to draw in your opinion? Is it characters, location, items, or actions?
I like characters, of course, because it's kind of the main thing that I do.
Yeah.
I like action because as a songs or it's like happening a lot at the same time. A lot of it's going on in this kind of cards, you know, like the scenes are way more complex and they show way more of the whole thing than a character. The character usually focus mostly in the character or in a specific point. But with the actions, I feel like we show usually a bit more like a general view of the whole scene, which make it more complicated because when there is more elements and it's such a small space, you have to really figure out these compositions where everything is still like easy to read for your eye, but it's still showing what we need to show and portrays the text of the card. So it's very challenging, but I think actions are cool and characters my favorite.
How much freedom do you have when you draw the card? Is it like draw this character and the rest is free how they want to draw, or is it more like draw this character, the theme should be like this and it should do this when you get the information?
I mean, of course, we have to follow certain like information or guidelines about every card, but I would say if you are very creative and you don't go out of the description of your card, you have pretty much like green lights to propose and to do your thing, which is very nice. So that also is very much a lot of fun. So that's why I always think like when you start to do a card, even if you read a description, you don't know how it's gonna end, you know? And that feeling is super weird. And that's what I mean, going back to our conversation in the beginning, like the process is so important because it's like a mystery. It's that uncertainty. How is gonna end up my card? How is gonna look? I don't have an idea. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know anything. So it's like every time I see it and I start to draw, check references, it's like a mystery. And at the end of the day, wow, I came up with this. Cool. But then can change again. You never know.
No.
And then can change again also. And then the result is completely different to what was your main idea, which I think that is the best because it's never going to be interesting if you know from the beginning, okay, this is going to look. So, yeah.
We have a question here. I think it's kind of similar, but how much do you get to know before creating a card? I guess that you get to know which character you're going to illustrate, but do you also get to know what the card will do and have other properties like attack, willpower, evasive, ward, or anything like that?
I don't know if I can reply this question, to be honest.
Okay. But do you get to know, if you can answer this? Do you get to know if it what type, if it is a legendary, common, uncommon? You get to know
Yeah,
that.
because like certain cards like legendaries, they have
Yes.
certain different appearance to the other. So I don't know, it's like their characters are more like going outside of the frame of the card. They have to interact more like with the viewer. Of course, you have to know like, okay, you are gonna do a legendary. So I would say yes, of course, there are certain information that we can see ahead. But
Is it like a higher honor if you get to do legendary? For example, like whoa, I get to do the legendary because there are so few of them in the set. So is that a big deal, or do you not see like nah that doesn't? The most important thing is my trade as an artist here.
to be honest, for me, I consider okay, cool that they consider me for a special card, either enchanted or a legendary. In that matter, I think I feel grateful and like wow, cool that I get to do these beautiful cards that are very rare and special for collectors or for the fans of course. I don't know from Disney or Ravensburger if they see them as okay, this is super special and you have to do it. Maybe for them it's just like choosing the artist that they need, and I don't know, to be honest, how does it work. But in my end, I will say it is kind of special. It's cool.
Okay. I think we have this question before we can take it. How does the process work? Do you get asked to make a card, or do you have to apply somewhere?
How can you repeat the question? Sorry.
How does the process work? Do you get asked by them to make a card, or do you have to apply somewhere to make the card? Like you have to.
Usually, if you are selected as an illustrator for Ravensburger, they will just take care of the rest.
They will take care of the rest. Yeah. And we also how did you become an artist for Ravensburger? And that was they asked you because of social medias.
I think I reply already.
Yeah.
Like they found me on social media, and then I say yes. Yeah. And since then.
This is a very good question. How does the card signing work? I mean, can you sign a plastic sleeve and not the card, or is it best to sign the backside with a special pen so you can see the autograph?
Oh, I have signed so different things, to be honest. I kind of like the most common, like the collectors ones is of course on top of the card, but also I have with my Enchanted Snow White the sleeves. I think they released it in which set was it? 4?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think it's 4 with the Snow White.
But I have the sleeves that they made back then with my Snow White. Some people come sometimes to the conventions without the sleeves. I really like to sign the sleeves. They are super cool. I do it just because it's cool and it's mine. I don't know if they are gonna have some value for the collectors, the sleeves. I have signed also the box itself of the sleeves. I have signed so like the seal box of set 1, for example. Some people really collect them, so I have also like painted the whole box in the back, and they put them kind of like in a crystal frame, and some people like different things, to be honest, but I would say the most common is signature or alters in the cards.
Yeah, because that was the next question. The common thing is autographs and alters of the cards, but how does it work when someone wants an alter of the cards? Do they tell you like, I want you to paint a mini Hades at the bottom of my Hades? How long does it take for you to do that, for example?
That's interesting question. I've been enjoying a lot doing alters, so I think it become a thing. I didn't know also that was a thing, because also it was like, okay, first working with the project, then became very big in the whole world, then the travels, but then another thing was this kind of market. And it was very interesting because I remember the first card that I was painting, my altar. Not so cute. comparing to the last ones that I can do. It's such a cool way to see your process. And I really enjoy doing alters. I think that is super nice. Of course, I have already like kind of fan base clients from different countries that they always send to me cards for their personal collections or stuff like this. And I personally the most complicated ones, but because there are people that want crazy designs, like I don't know, 2-3 characters in a small card. Of course, they can take up to 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. Depends on the design and your own time, of course. It is time consuming, so I don't do it so often. But when I go to conventions, you have to be very fast paced. So in conventions, of course, I paint a lot of cards too, sitting there. People come, okay, I want this painting, I want this painting. So it's up to you as an artist how fast you are to paint those cards. I'm kind of fast in conventions, but if it's a very complex design, I rather take it with me home. If I can do like a deal with a fan, okay, you can send it. I will mail this to you where you live, whatever. Yeah. Or sometimes if it's something serious, I can give them my address and they send to me, and then I just take my time to do it.
So people can contact you in other ways on like social media to ask, is it okay if you do an alter work on this card? Can I send it to you also and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So it works with this. Most of my clients, they send me emails or asking Instagram, hey, I want this. How much does it cost? How many cards do you have? Whatever. So
wonderful. I think you will get a lot of questions from me then in the future on altering cards then. But that is amazing. So guys, take that with you. If you would like Javi to do some alternate works on your card, email him or write to him on Instagram. Do you have a favorite Disney movie?
Favorite Disney movie?
You can pick two if you want.
I think Sleeping Beauty, I really like it a lot. As I say, storytelling-wise, probably so-so, but design-wise, so gorgeous. I really like it. And also that princess is so stylish. I really like her a lot.
Sleeping Beauty is a very different animated film because it's widescreen also, and it's a lot of open like landscapes and everything like that. I don't think Disney has really made another movie like that one, so it's a special one. I don't remember the artist who has done the art for Sleeping Beauty, but he's very famous, I remember. But just that whole landscape and everything, it's so beautiful. So beautiful.
It's so pretty. Yeah. Also the cartoon style is very different to the other movies.
Yeah.
I find it very appealing and it's a bit different. It's very pretty movie. It's very well done. It reminds me a lot of this kind of like all cartoony when I grew up, like from the 90s, like Hanna-Barbera, this time, like Judson Family. I don't know. They were
so Jetsons, cool. Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, so nice. So it's a lot of nostalgia there, but design-wise, both masterpiece. I mean, till today, I really like the kind of way that they draw these kind of things.
Do you have a special opinion about the live action remakes that have been made of the Disney movies? How do you feel like classic animated feature films are remade into live actions?
Yes, don't do it. Don't do it. Why?
Don't do it.
I think, I don't know, in my opinion, sometimes I don't think that it's necessary to repeat the same story just with humans. I think probably there are so many people that disagree with me. But if you are going to do it, I will say at least try to see something new. But I feel a bit boring when it's the same story, the same sometimes lines, the same songs, just like with humans. Because the original movie, that's the charm, like the character design, the style, and made it into a human.
I usually say that also, like when a movie is getting remaked, like for example, if we take the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, for example, that's a classic film from the 70s, and that was remade in 2005. And many people said that movie is very good. I said it could be the best movie ever made. It will never beat the original, never, because that was the first one. It's the same thing with like video games and movies. In my opinion, you can never outmatch the original. Even though it's a very good movie, I can say that was an extremely good movie. They made it very well, but it's never going to be better than the original, because how could you? How could you? It's impossible.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. It's very difficult. So I don't know. I don't like it.
That was actually the last question I had from the audience. So guys, if you have any more questions for Javi, ask them now. Because otherwise we are going to go to the last questions, and that is the questions from my last guest. So I'm going to give you some seconds. If you have any more questions for Javi, ask them now. If you wonder about anything, but no wonder about future sets or if what new cards are going to be. Oh, we actually have one here. I'm sorry. Which Disney franchise would you want to see come into Lorcana?
I think the franchise that I wanted to see is coming already.
It's coming already. Oh, it's coming already. Ah, interesting. That's going to be interesting. But with that, and with no questions left, we are going to go over to the questions from the last interview. And that was Johan and Samir from Malmö Spelkortsförening, who was here. And they have 2 questions for you. And then after that, you are going to be asking a question for the next guest, but you're not going to know who that is. But Johan asks you, what is your favorite board game and why?
Mine?
Yes.
Oh, man, I don't know. It's so difficult question. I don't play board games at all, so I don't know. Don't ask me this one. I'm sorry, yeah, but I don't know. I cannot give you like a nice answer, to be honest.
We can say Monopoly, just because. Monopoly is fun.
It's fun.
Or chess. Chess is pretty nice too. It's good for your brain. Or why not just say TCG Lorcana?
Okay, let's be patriotic. Oh, Lorcana.
Yes. Lorcana. Samir asks you, if you have a pile of shame of games, and that is a term for a game that you are ashamed of, that you have not played or finished yet. Do you have a game that you like, oh, I'm ashamed I have not played this video game yet, or not finished this game yet, for example, a video game?
Oh, I will say yeah, actually, like I'm such a big fan of this game, like God of War, and I could finish like from the 3rd game until the last one.
Yeah,
but I have been trying like more like 8-9 years to go back to an old PlayStation and finish the first ones, because they look, of course, nothing compared to the last ones, but I think they have the whole thing inside. The story, it's super nice, and always I see it and I feel like it's technology's fault, like I feel like doesn't look so great.
I have them up here. I have them up here in my video game shelf, so I'm gonna be sending you them, and you have to finish them.
Really? Okay, you can borrow me then. But yeah, it shouldn't be like that. It should be like, let's try. But
and also a game that I think you should play is Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Okay, send it to me.
And that's a game that I think you will, because that is not a game, that is an art of work, in my opinion. So I'm not going to say anything more of that. If you have, guys, if you have played Expedition, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, you know what I'm talking about. It's a masterpiece. It was last year's Game of the Year, for example. So I'm gonna fix that game for you, my friend. But now, Javi, you can ask anything to the next guest, anything you want, but it should be in the world of TCG, board games, like video games, etc. What would you want to ask the next guest or guests?
That's such a difficult question. Okay, so something related with video games or TCG. I don't know who the guest is. So I guess if he's going to be a guest, which is because he does something really cool. So I'm going to ask she, what, like, okay, ask that person to tell, wait, how I can put this question? Like, if the person is gonna come to you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in the career of that person, a story of something really interesting that mark his career, that make like a deal like split into his life. Like, okay, this is very meaningful, and I took this way instead, and that's why I'm sitting here gonna get this interview with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very curious who is that person, and I want to see how is his process or her process in terms about what the person does. So is that so more like a fun or like very meaningful experience in the career of that person? That
Yeah. A meaningful experience that person has experienced that made that person sit here.
Exactly. Something like, okay, this really was very meaningful, took this decision, and then now I'm sitting here. Because you never know, like people sometimes have very life-changing situations and ended up doing something completely different. So you can talk with an artist that before was, I don't know, like people working in the bank. So that's very interesting to know these kind of stories.
That is amazing. Javi, I would like to say thank you so much for this interview. It has been an honor to having you here. We are, of course, going to talk a lot in the future also. And guys, if you want to meet Javi, he is going to be at Stockholm Open 3 in April. You're going to be there on the Sunday, the 25th of April, and sign cards. So I'm going to be there as a commentator. You are going to be there to sign cards. So if you want your card signed by Javi, you go to Stockholm Open 3. But with that, the stream is not ended. Javi, do you want to stay a little bit or do you have to go?
Okay, I promise you stay. You're going to open the...
Exactly, because guess what, guys? We're going to take away Javi here. We're going to go down here to the playmat now, because look at this. We have some things from Ravensburger sent to us. We have 3 boosters here, a winter spell. We have a display here also, but this one you're going to have to wait for a little bit because this is going to come up on the social medias. But we are right now going to open up 3 boosters of winter spell. So guys, we have 2 Darkwing Ducks, we have 1 Tinkerbell. I think Javi are going to decide which one do we go for first, Tinkerbell or one of the Darkwings. Tinkerbell. We are going to begin with the Tinkerbell. So here we go, guys. Let's open up some winter spell and see what we get. Here we go. We are going to begin with Nakuma, the common one. We have Lumpy, playful, Heffalump. We have Maui, Snow Slider. We have Todd, all alone. We have Hunker, Muddlefoot. Nearly indestructible here. An action card, we go for the common ones. We have Education or Elimination. We have Tauran, Magically Armed. We have the last common, it's Grab Your Bow. Let's see what the next card is. It's a rare one. It's Akud et Emuti. I don't know if I pronounced that right. An action song card there. Behind that, we have a super rare card. It is a John Smith, Untaunted Protector. And behind that, we have a rare in foil. It's Genie, Magical Researcher. Wow, look at that. What a beautiful card. Perfect hit there, guys. And we also have that little story there also. And now let's go for one of the Darkwing Ducks here. Let's see. Hopefully we can draw something that Javi has to be here also. That would be amazing. Let's see for the next one. We have our first one here, Sarabi, Protecting the Pride. We have Hey Hey, Persistent Presence. We have Taurus Bulba. We have Cooper, Hound Pup. We have Prince Naveen, Bundled Up. We have Sina, Vigilant Parent. Then we have Mickey Mouse Snowboard Ace. We have Keep the Ancient Ways. Oh, this card is going to be good. This card is going to be good right here. After that, we have Wipeout. New action card there. And now it's a rare. It is Rapunzel, Feral Protector. And behind that, we have another rare. It's The Cold Never Bothered Me Anyway. And behind that, we have a common Boomer Has the Beak. Another perfect pack. Let's open up the last one here now.
Full Enchanted.
Let's see if we can pull an Enchanted or maybe even an Iconic. If I'm that lucky, we're just gonna have to see. The first card is Zootopia. Next one is Come Out and Fight. We have Maui, Snow Slider again. We have Game Preserve, Protected Land. Good card. We have Macron, Ice Cold Officer. We have Winnie the Pooh, Hungry Bear. Very cute looking card. We have an uncommon Rabbit, Fed Up. It's a nice card. We have next common, which is Wisdom of the Willow. Next uncommon card is Liquidator, Iced Over. And behind that we have a rare. It's Marshmallow, Cranky Climber. Behind that we have a super rare. It's Lilo, Rockstar. Oh, what a nice beauty there. And we have a common Infra Pink Ultra Scan Specs. 3 amazing packs with a Lilo Rockstar there also, and a John Smith as super rare. I think that's a nice beginning to our winter spell journey, don't you think, guys? Javi, I just want to say thank you so much for this interview. Remember, guys, follow Javi on social medias. Email him also if you have any questions, about altered work or anything like that. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here, and we are going to talk to each other in the future.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the questions, for the time talking. I had so much fun. Yeah, if you want to ask me anything, just write to me on Instagram. I will try to reply as much as I can. And thank you for liking my art and be part of my journey.
Everybody send a lot of hearts and love to Javi, and let's say goodbye to him for now. Goodbye, my friend. Thank you so much. Guys, with that, the stream is at an end. So I want to thank everybody for coming in today, especially Javi. Thank you so much, my friend, for coming in here for this interview. You are awesome, my friend, and you will be in my heart. Remember that. Thank you so much to Captain Candy Floss for the follow. Thank you, Bazooka Bente, also for the follow. You guys will be in my heart. Remember that. Guys, next stream is going to be next Tuesday, because on Sunday I am away for family dinner. But keep an eye out on social medias, because the winter spell is taking hold of us, guys. You are going to see a lot of pack openings coming right now. Guys, until then, stay hyped, stay awesome, because the winter spell is coming. See you on the next adventure. But bye for now.